Hey, I'm Joey. I'm here with Pastor Scott. He's the head pastor here at Repton BIC Church. And we just wanted to share some thoughts, some resources that you guys can use. These are really helpful tools. They're great books. They're all easy reads, and they can help us deepen our faith and get to know Jesus better.
That's right.
So we're just going to start out with this first one here, and I'll let Scott take it away.
Yeah, so I recommended this book when I did the series on 1 Timothy last year, toward the back end of last year. This is called God, Greed, and the Prosperity Gospel. It's written by Costi Hinn. Costi is the nephew of Benny Hinn, who you may already know. Benny is in the Prosperity Gospel movement. If you're not sure what Prosperity Gospel means, that's basically the name it, claim it kind of theology, where you speak something out into the universe and it will happen to you, that kind of thing. And that you know. So 1 Timothy deals a lot with the greed and the love of money. This is why I recommended this book, because the Prosperity Gospel movement, while it's huge today and is labeled as Christian, it is false teaching. It is not the real gospel. So Costi does a great job explaining his story out of the Prosperity Gospel. He's now a pastor, he's preaching the real gospel, but I can't recommend that highly enough. It's just a great read. The next one is called Supernatural by my favorite Bible scholar, Michael S. Heiser. This book focuses on the supernatural biblical worldview that the ancient authors actually had. You know, for us, we live in America. It's 2020 now.
We don't always think about supernatural things.
No, we don't. I mean, I'm a naturally skeptical kind of person, right? Yeah. So when I read the Bible, I tend to read myself into it, and anyway, you can get in a whole world of trouble by doing that. But what Dr. Heiser tries to do is he tries to get you into the mind of the ancient authors. Okay, get you kind of into their biblical worldview, which is supernatural. This book, while it is thin, it does take you through the entire story of the Bible, which is just fantastic. For me, what it did was it put pieces into the puzzle that have been missing for years. It answered questions that I've just always had and didn't know the answer to.
Yeah.
So the last book here is called Bearing God's Name. This is written by a Bible scholar. Her name's Carmen Joy Imes. Fantastic book. It just came out here in December, I believe, of 2019. And this is about what it means to be made in the image of God. Okay? What it means to be an imager or God's representative. She takes a close look at one of the 10 Commandments, which is you shall not take God's name in vain. It's more than just, oops, I said God's name wrong, or oops, I said Jesus as a swear word. It's, that's not a good thing. But that's not what the commandment is only talking about. It's a much bigger...
it's a piece in the puzzle.
It's just a piece in the puzzle. It's a much bigger puzzle. So what Carmen does is she also walks us through the Bible and what it means to bear God's name and be his representatives to the world. If you don't have time to read Carmen's book, I would like to point you over to Dr. Heiser's podcast called the Naked Bible Podcast. It's kind of a funny name.
Yeah.
But he titled that because he wants to strip away a lot of tradition and that kind of stuff, and just let the Bible speak for itself. Yeah. Let it be for what it is, Anyway, he has a podcast called the Naked Bible Podcast, and he interviews Carmen about her book, and it is episode 302. Just came out last December, so it should be pretty easy to find, so I encourage you to listen to that.
We'll include the link in the description of the video so you guys can check it out on YouTube and just be sent right there.
Great.
But yeah, thanks, Scott, for walking us through these books. I know we have God, Greed, and the Prosperity Gospel in our church library, and we're hoping to get the other two in there as well soon. But go ahead and grab yourself a copy online, buy one. They're definitely worth it. But yeah, thank you.
Thanks. See ya.
Take care.